Future Self/Walking Unification Proccess. Beloved ones, the greatest planetary shift of all time is already here. We do not have to search outside ourselves to witness it. We do not have to wait for a special event or someone else to save us, for we are our own saviors, leaders, and masters, and it is in walking the path of the soul that we rediscover it. The biggest change in our human history is occurring within ourselves. As a result, everything else is also shifting. This inner transformation that we all are undergoing is emphasized by the moon in Scorpio, which balances the Taurian energies that surround us. A moon with many astrological influences that assist us in adapting to change, as Scorpio is all about transformation, though stillness. It is with Scorpio that we work on our 8 monadic self, surrendering to the process many of us are experiencing of merging ourselves with our future identities. This is a passage of monadic identity transfiguration and integration if we are open to letting go and embracing our higher identity. As my guides reminded me today, everything we receive depends on what we are ready to let go of. If we wish to change and evolve, we need to be prepared to let go of old aspects of ourselves, habits, and ways of living, so we can embrace what is new, taking the leap in consciousness that many of us are already experiencing. During this time, many of us are retrieving lost soul fragments that are now ready to come back home. This is a process we all experience as it is fundamental to regain love, wisdom, and power. However, there is a deeper process that some of us are now undergoing as well, the so-called soul retrieval through a walk-in process. A process that shall not be confused with possession or similar soul occupancy processes. In my personal experience, I have been passing through this for 2 months now. It started on my birthday in March. I never thought this to be possible for me, but there have been so many things I never thought possible I am living now. This has not been painful to me, at least by now, as I have been prepared and on a human level I have completely surrendered to it. A process that started with no self-recognition of who I was or was becoming, and that gradually, with the assistance of my soul birth council, I have been able to assimilate. I have been waiting to share this process until I understood it a bit better. However, this is a long process that I will not be able to fully comprehend now. It all started with this transformational year. A year that is showing all of us who we are, what we are capable of, if we align with our inner power and free ourselves from self-limitations. The walk-in process starts by embodying parallel memories, unifying all within our present one. It continues, although not in all cases, by shifting habits, ways of being, traits of our personality, and even relocating. Our home, personal space, and many other things that used to be familiar to us are no longer part of who we are now, for we are no longer who we used to be, as we are embodying new aspects of our future self. We are not losing ourselves, we are unifying identities, which is different from when the soul chooses to perpetually leave the body, and another one gradually merges with the 3D body. In some walk-in processes, many will leave their jobs, even their relationships, and start anew. In others, we will feel our divine reunion will be fortified. It all depends on what serves the divine plan for all. The most common walk-in process consists of the conscious embodiment and allowance of our future parallel self into our present body and timeline. This often comes with an agreement before we are incarnated to have this experience due to other cosmic plans. Our future parallel self, residing in the 5th, 6th, 7th onwards dimensions, usually the 8th, depending on the level of evolution the soul has, is the one descending to our present self. It is a temporary exchange as part of our soul remains in the non-physical, and the new soul comes to fulfill part of our mission on Earth, helping us embody higher levels of consciousness and achieving another part of our planetary mission. We still are conscious of who we have been and of who we are becoming, for we remain in both our present body and mostly in the soul planes, integrating new wisdom as our future parallel self continues with our mission. We may also come back into the soul dimensions to rejuvenate, to receive further instructions, or to fulfill other divine assignments we need to. If this becomes a final or only temporary walk-in, it will be decided by the entire monad. Others may be perpetually leaving their bodies, and sometimes through painful experiences, even accidents that trigger these processes, while the exchange occurs and the new soul merges with the body to fulfill a mission the previous soul could not, or to achieve other cosmic purposes. Others may have a totally different experience, as I do not know all the soul agreements made to assist the soul or the whole mission. Mine feels as if I know my future parallel self, and I am gladly allowing this soul in my home body. The consciousness, as I was shown in a dream, is descended from the monad through the silver cord, imprinting it and seeding more wisdom, through many different light infusion activations. This is why it is so important to fortify our silver cord, because it is through it that our main source communicates with us and sends us the transmissions and activations that we need, as again, outer energies do not have the power to shift anything into our bodies unless DNA, whether with or without our consent. As always, they can help us expand healing, manifestation, or anything else we are working with, but not do the work for ourselves. This continues to be putting our power and responsibility outside ourselves. Our personal transformation/transfiguration is an arduous inner work, and we are the only responsible ones for our personal evolution. Nothing and no one else is. I know some of you are under this process, and this is why I felt guided to share about my personal experience. If it serves your path, feel free to comment if you too are undergoing this process of future identities unification or other similar ones. We are no longer living as separate beings. As we merge our polarities and continue choosing to serve all creation, we become one with our soul, monad, and God self, acting and serving as a trinity, and therefore being of service to what will benefit the highest good of all. We walk in this world without fear, with an open heart, knowing we are not losing our identity, but retrieving who we truly are, moving from fragmentation to unity, so we can continue assisting in new and further ways. When there is a will, there is always a way, for there is love, and love overcomes any obstacles that impede us from embracing ourselves as we truly are. May you embrace all of who you are, fearlessly but patiently, willingly, and lovingly, beloveds. Within infinite love. Natalia, Alba.